KFI AM 640.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and YouTube. And, Nick Pagliochini, he's going to be joining us in studio he's in studio right now. Weren't you supposed to show up at like 9 o'clock or something?
Well, yeah, but me, I've been enjoying listening to you from Air Mix, where Stefan is up to this point. And, so I figured since there's an open seat, I might as well jump in here a little bit early. Do you like all my 4th of July stuff all decked out?
I love LA. You can't. I'm telling you, he's wearing an I love LA shirt. What is he wearing? A fireman's outfit?
Yeah. So this is from Funko Pop, and this was to support the Palisades Fire and the Eaton Fire. So this was one of the fundraisers for it. And then you can also see for repping Stay Anchored Long Beach for my hometown for the 4th of July.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
cool.
I had all the rainbows last month, and then I've got all the patriotism this month. So. Because we've got big doings coming up. Well, you have big doings coming up on Friday.
Okay, we need to get this out of the way.
We do. That's why I'm here. Can you tell them
Each year,
I'm pussyfooting around it?
My wife asked me,
yes,
is Nick coming to the 4th of July party at Chateau Le Mans? Each year, I tell her, yes, of course, Nick is going to be there.
Right.
Today, Nick, you tell me, no, you're not going to be there.
So,
what the F?
So, as you are aware, or if you're not aware, it's my 10th wedding anniversary, 14 years with my husband, Brian. And I got a really exciting opportunity that came through yesterday. So I will be headed off to Las Vegas to MGM Grand to stay at a Skyloft. Now, those opened back in 2004, so it's been, well over 20 years at this point. But that is where the preeminent high rollers stay at the MGM Grand.
What are you trying to say?
Well, if I'm going to Vegas, I want to be there. If I want to be here in LA, Chateau Le Mans is the only place to be for the 4th of July. But if I'm going to have an incredible view of fireworks and not be at your pad, then I definitely want to make sure that I am somewhere else. So, and Stefan, you can back me up on this. It's pretty wild, right?
It is like the most balling room you can get. When he told me, I almost choked because I was like, damn, where are you getting that money?
Right. So, yes, I will be. So if you like me enough, if La Mujer likes me enough, maybe I can Instagram live and we can have two, dual fireworks things to talk about. I know.
You're going to be the one to tell her.
I am going to tell her. I was going to text her tonight. Well, she's already asleep, probably. So,
we have family in town. You know how that goes.
Oh, I do. Now I feel even worse because
when I get home, there'll be a house full of people,
and they'll be up. And yes, okay. Anyway,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I apologize profusely that I will not be there for the epic 2025 edition of Chateau Le Mans 4th of July extravaganza. But you need to make sure that you follow Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube as well as Instagram, because he will go live, the team will go live, the family will go live. It is where Motown and the Momigos came from. Like this is the gathering, and you'll be able to get a little bit of a peek behind the curtain to see exactly what Chateau Le Mans is like. It's a beautiful home. His wife is incredibly talented in so many ways, but
you're trying to oversell it because you're not going to be there.
She's not listening. Is she asleep?
No, she doesn't listen to me.
Yeah, I was like, she doesn't listen to the show. She does podcast it, but
people think I'm kidding. No, she does not listen.
No, I know, I get it. Neither does Brian, so it's fine. Anyway, but I'm very excited for this experience. It's something I have been chasing the Skylofts at MGM Grand for 20 years. So,
do you gamble at all?
I don't. I do enough to get the free stuff. Let's be real.
You must have gambled a lot then.
I was like, no, this one. So if you want to talk about that, and we can exit, because this is What's Up with Nick a little bit early, but if you do the credit card points game, that's exactly how this all came to pass. So Chase Sapphire, which is akin to the Platinum card from Amex, but from Chase, they actually reached out with an incredible deal for me to be able to stay. I mean, it's about $5,000, like $5,000 all said and done for the time that I'll be in Vegas. And I don't have to pay a penny because I'm using points. So.
Wow.
I know. Do you want to go with me?
Told you.
Yeah. Put me in your suitcase.
I will take you. Your wife will kill me even more.
She'll kill me too. It's like, wait a minute. You went to Vegas?
Well, I mean, she can come as well. Because the thing is, there's
I got a show to do, remember?
That's okay, though. We can do it. We can take it from, I would say, bi-coastal, but obviously that doesn't work with Las Vegas, although there is the body of water across the way at Bellagio.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we could do the show from Vegas, but then we have to tell everyone the party's off. Unless we bring the whole party
We can bring
to
the whole
Vegas.
part. As far as I'm concerned, we've got enough room in this thing. I mean, I will send you. You can't even imagine this place. I've
massive.
never. See,
Really?
It's
Okay,
yeah.
we need to get Daniel. Put up some photos.
can you
of-
look up Daniel? Can you look up Skylofts?
MGM Skyloft.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so we have a reference
If
point.
you're around.
It's essentially almost like a mini house.
It is. It's like a townhouse.
Yeah.
That's on the Vegas Strip. So it's going to be near Four Corners, if you're familiar at all, Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana on the northeast side, across from New York, where you can see the Statue of Liberty. And then at the diagonal corner, you've got Excalibur. And then you used to have Tropicana. And then you've also got the airport. I was on the southeast corner. Can you tell I know Vegas? And if the funniest part is, and maybe this is something well before I was in radio, I actually opened the ESPN zone at New York, when I was working for the Walt Disney Company. So it was pretty wild. And I was able to be up there in my early 20s. I mean, I was 21, obviously, but
Oh wow!
I was able to tear it up there. So
How many nights?
I'll be there. We get there Thursday night, and we will be coming home on Monday.
Oh, you're doing the whole last weekend out
We
there.
are doing the whole last weekend. That's the only reason. Otherwise, we would be at Chateau Les Mots. But this is we're getting out of town. Before.
Okay, we have pictures now up on the YouTube show where you can see the Skyloft. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's pretty wild. So you can see right across the way. That's Mandalay Bay out the window there. And
Like you could legit have an actual party there.
no, you can. Like I literally, as I was sitting here and listening to the interview going on with Merrick ahead of me, I was answering their questions from the concierge about what we would like in our room and things like. It's like that kind of a deal. We do so many incredible things here. We are so lucky to be a part of media and radio, but I've never done anything quite like this. So I am over the moon excited. And if you follow me, Nick Pagliochini, this week with Nick on Instagram or any socials, you will definitely be seeing a bit of that. But you're going to want to make sure that you're following Mr. Mo Kelly, because that's where all the action is going to be happening at Chateau Les Mots on Friday.
just don't get arrested, please.
I promise. And I don't drink, so that's good.
You can get arrested for a whole bunch of reasons.
You
that
are
have nothing to do
absolutely
with
correct.
drinking.
You're
It's
absolutely
Las
correct.
Vegas.
And let's be real, in this world,
Yeah.
and in the current time period, you're absolutely correct.
I've
No.
learned as I've gotten older, it's easier than I thought to get arrested. They're more, maybe because you're older and you have more things available
No,
to you.
that's true. You have more resources.
Yeah, more resources. You can get got real quick.
Yeah. No, so I got it. But I'm trying to see. I love the people in the chat room. Oh, yeah. By the way, Kimberly wanted to know, I should say this is completely off topic, but did you get the can of black olives that she sent you in the mail? Kimberly? If you could see his face right now with the reference to black olives, like we've already talked about in the chat. So
I'll have to check. To be very serious,
Yeah.
the mail around here is messed up because of the way the building is set up.
oh, sure. No,
They've
I'll
moved
check
the,
the
they've
mailroom.
moved the studio so our actual mail is on the other side of the floor that most people don't even check. So it could have
Right.
shown up and we don't even know.
No, you're right. I'll check. I know where it is. Anyway,
When we
but
come
that's
back,
it. When we
we'll
come back, when we come back,
What's up with Nick for real? Since we've gotten the bad news that
Yes.
he's not coming to Chateau Les Mots, but he is going on an anniversary tour of Las Vegas.
I am indeed, and I will definitely be trying to figure out who's going to pick me up for an Instagram live with Mr. Mo Kelly and Nick Pagliochini.
We'll make it happen.
I appreciate it.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's later with Mo Kelly, and now let's find out what's up with Nick. We already found out kind of what's up with Nick in the last segment as he's going to Las Vegas, celebrate his anniversary. He's not going to be at Chateau Les Mots. He's trying to push some taquitos off on me.
I know. See, this is the funniest part. So, and it was even good, and I didn't bring anything. Which, sorry, Mark Ronner, you're gonna be. By the way, Mark Ronner, I've gotten a lot of requests in the chat room. Can you please wave, like next time that you're on the camera? I know that's not your thing, but oh, there you go. Can you just give us a little wave?
They want you to interact. There it is.
There we go. See, done. The things I do for the Momigos in the chat room.
Who wants the wave?
I
Your
think
fan
was it
club.
Kimberly?
Yes.
Your female fan club.
Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say Kimberly, I think was the one. I don't know. I'd have to scroll back.
Okay, but stay clothed.
I mean,
Is that a request, an offer?
I was like, what? Can we elaborate on that?
No,
please?
I'm
Just putting that
I
on
just
the
want
table.
clarification. That's all.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, as long as it's below the lower third, then you're fine.
No. He can do whatever he wants because it's YouTube.
Oh, that's true.
You know, it's not like the FCC is going to get us in trouble or whatever. You know, he can go ahead and do a strip.
Oh.
He can do
These are the moments I
lap
need you to
dance,
have. but
table
no,
dance,
no,
whatever.
no.
I'm not asking for that. I'm saying you can.
No,
No, you would never ask for such a thing. You would hate that.
There we go. Can you shimmy to this? Mark?
No, I was just asking. I didn't really plan on
Can you
doing
do
it.
Madeline Kahn? I'm so tired of playing the game.
I don't think I could do it as well as
Ain't it
you.
a crying shame.
I just did Jimmy Swaggart about an hour ago. What,
heard that.
what else do you want?
I've sinned
I have sinned against you.
in that southern drawl. Bye, Jimmy. Bye. Anyhow.
Thank you, Mark.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Oh, thanks. I appreciate the permission. I got some housekeeping to do real quick. Listener Denny did reach out about last week when I was talking about Knott's Berry Farm and Route 66. Yes, your former traffic reporter did have a incorrect speak on that. Obviously, it's off of Highway 39, Beach Boulevard. And Walter Knott created the ghost town to entertain guests who are waiting to eat at his wife's popular chicken restaurant. And you can still check that out outside of the theme park, so that you can check it out in Buena Park. So there's my my redaction, I guess you would say, but my correction. But what I want to talk about specifically is everything that we've kind of already covered. There's so much happening in the Southland for the 4th of July, which is this Friday. So you have an epic holiday weekend. You'll be sure to tune into KFI AM 640 so that you can catch the Chateau Limo live stream to be able to see all that's going on. But I want to give you what is going on, because there's a lot of things with ice raids and with the concerns. There's a lot of things that are not happening this year. So starting out with the bad news, and then we'll get to the good news. The events or spaces that will not be having any major things would be Gloria Molina Grand Park in downtown. That is actually going to be postponed. Obviously, I don't know. They call it postponed, but I don't know how you postpone the 4th of July, right?
Yeah, you can't postpone it to the 8th.
No, correct. It's not going to work that way. Now, granted, we do have a holiday weekend, but still, I don't know what you're going to postpone it to. And then there's been quite a few changes that are happening. So specifically this year, the Rose Bowl will be going to drones instead of doing fireworks. And then also the Long Beach Big Bang on the Bay. It is the final year of fireworks because that has to do with the Coastal Commission and fireworks being launched into the water. So next year, it will very likely be drones at the Long Beach event. And also the Port of Los Angeles no longer does fireworks because of the same reason. Now, what is going on is so much happening in the Southland. So starting out in LA County, you can start coastal-wise, Marina Del Rey, 4th of July fireworks show. It's a 20-minute fireworks extravaganza, and you can pretty much see it up and down the coastline, realistically, from pretty much Santa Monica, Venice, all the way down to Marina Del Rey. But if you aren't tuned into Mr. Mo Kelly, then you're really missing out, because if it's anything like all the years previous, when you go live from the fireworks display, and when Mo has talked about it, you have no idea. When we're in the middle of Inglewood and checking out this wild experience, like you're up on a hill and you see everything, it's absolutely epic. So also Dodger Stadium, if you will be seeing the Dodgers play that night, they will be having a fireworks on top of their drone show. So that's something that's exciting. And then also Hollywood Forever Cemetery. This one is really interesting to me. If you've not done Cinespia, and I've talked about it before, but Hollywood Forever Cemetery has a screening of Top Gun for the 4th of July. So you actually will go into the cemetery itself at Hollywood Forever and be among the graves, and some of those house some of the most illustrious actors from the past. And they'll be doing a screening of Top Gun and then also a fireworks display there. So that's part of the Cinespia series. You can get all the details about this at the link in bio at This Weekend with Nick or Nick Pagliochini on Instagram is the easiest, but you can get to it on any of my socials. Also heading over to Orange County Fair and Event Center, where the OC Fair will be taking place next month. Is free Independence Day community celebration fireworks show at 9:30. And this is actually happening, strangely enough, and I haven't been able to figure out why. It's happening on Thursday, the 3rd, rather than Friday, the 4th. So whatever that case may be, if you want to do something a little bit early, you want to maybe miss some of the crowds, then there's an opportunity for you there. Also, Doheny State Beach in Dana Point. The city is hosting its annual fireworks and flyover fireworks at 9:00, and that is on Friday. And then Huntington Beach Pier fireworks will be taking place. You can also get paid reserve seating there. But the thing that I love about all this stuff, usually when we wait until the next break to talk about all the free 99 and last call, almost every single one of these things, if it is not innately free, it has free options for you. So there's so much going on. for you to be able to check out. Also, if you're looking for something maybe up in the Lancaster, Palmdale area, they have a 4th of July extravaganza with free entry and fireworks at the Antelope Valley Fair and Events Center. Also, traditionally, Laguna Beach has done fireworks, and according to my sources, they're going to be experimenting with a drone show and then have some fireworks. So it's going to be a little bit of a mashup there. So there's a lot of stuff going on for you. Also, we always talk about theme parks. Disneyland will have their special 4th of July extravaganza that night. Also, will be special fireworks at Knott's Berry Farm and Buena Park. You may see some additional things happening up in Valencia for Six Flags. In fact, I just got to go experience, we talked about it last week, I got to go experience Heroes and Villains Fest, and it is amazing. The food is delicious, and that runs through the remainder of the month. So we just barely started July, and so you'll be able to check that out. But there's a really great opportunity there for you if you're a huge fan of roller coasters. Six Flags is where it's at up in Valencia. And also, if you haven't been there in a minute, they actually turn their entire parking lot into a solar farm. And so you will actually be able to have your car covered, which is kind of nice. Like, it's pretty wild, actually, to be able to, because I don't know if you've done when you were younger and did roller coasters at Six Flags. Were you ever a roller coaster guy?
Yeah, in my teens and 20s.
Which was only 20 years ago, so you're fine.
It was last century.
It was. That's true.
Literally last century.
No, I got you. I'm tracking. But no, they have everything covered. It's insane. So the plan for Six Flags, and we've talked about it here, but is for them to go off grid so that they can completely solar power all of the attractions. They haven't completely done that yet.
I don't know if I'd be okay with that. If I want to get on a roller coaster, depending on solar power.
The funnier part is, at least it's just like you're at home if you do solar at home. So there's going to be batteries that's going to be going off of. So there will be a fail safe.
Okay.
But I feel you. I understand completely.
I need a backup to the backup to the backup.
No, I got you. So, but yeah, I've got so much more 4th of July fun to cover for you. And that's it for now.
I guess we'll go to commercial.
We can go to commercial now if you want. I mean, it depends.
I need Mark to put on his pants first, because I don't think he's ready.
Can you put that away, Mark? Why are you breathing so heavy?
I'm scrolling through all the responses that will probably get me fired here.
Scrolling is what they call it.
Is that what it's called now?
Intense scrolling, yes. How about if we do the news?
KFI AM 640, live everywhere on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Nick Pagliochini. What's up with Nick is on to tell us all what he do. Nick Pagliochini. What's up with Nick is on with free 99 for you. Nick Pagliochini. What's up with Nick is on to give us fun things to do around SoCal. What's up with Nick is on with Mo Kelly and his crew.
KFI AM 640. It's the second and a half, or like 2.5.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Of this weekend, what's up with Nick? Kind of a mismatch. Go.
Yeah, 4th of July. So let's go back to it. If you're looking for more activities to go on, and I think that's the thing that I love about 4th of July, and I know I'm seeing in the chat a lot of people, and I don't disagree with you that it is a bit more challenging this year. But it is my wedding anniversary. So for me, you can't get more patriotic than actually getting married on the 4th of July. But hey, that's just me. But there is a lot happening. And yes, Melanie, I was going to get to the San Clemente Pier fireworks. And that's actually where my sister and her family and my mom live down that way. So they'll be enjoying the fireworks display there. And that will be happening out on San Clemente Pier. Also, you'll be able to enjoy in the Dana Point area, already covered the Doheny State Beach, where you'll be able to enjoy the 4th of July fireworks. Looks like it would be about 9 o'clock for both of those different displays, which is kind of cool. So especially with that one, and again, the Southland, we have a really unique space because you're able to pretty much, depending on where you sit in the county of LA or Orange, you're able to pretty much look around. And I know that I've been kind of going through the chat as well. There's a lot of cities that have actually, in fact, I heard that Orange may have brought fireworks back this year. They're trying it. So there were a lot of cities that had outlawed fireworks, and there still are many that do not allow them, but even a couple of them have brought them back this year. So also you've got out in Riverside, Evergreen Memorial Historic Cemetery front row fireworks happening. So if you're heading to the Inland Empire or going up the hill into the High Desert, Victorville, San Bernardino County Fair, 4th of July Freedom Festival is happening up in the High Desert. You also can go out to Ventura, Rotary 4th of July fireworks show at Ventura College, put on by the Rotary Club, and then back down to San Diego. Big Bay Boom San Diego 4th of July fireworks. That's usually a simulcast between KTLA 5 here in LA and then also their sister station down that way. So that's one of those ones that you can probably watch from home. Also, the thing that I didn't get to, and I'm very disappointed, so I really highly encourage you, if you do not have plans this weekend, head down to the San Diego County Fair in Del Mar. And it's at the Del Mar Fairgrounds, North County, San Diego. So for you, those of you that are listening in Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, LA, much closer than having to drive all the way down for the Big Bay Boom situation. But getting to the fair that's right at the water is so incredible to me. They literally have a Ferris wheel that is right by the water, so you can't miss the. What do the kids? Oh, listen to me now. I sound really old. What do the kids say these days? The vibes are immaculate. So
is that what they say?
That they did at one point.
Okay.
So, but that's another opportunity for you to check it out. And then if you want to go all the way down into San Diego, the Coronado 4th of July celebration fireworks will be underway. So there's just a lot happening. I know it's a really challenging time for a lot of folks around Southern California and around the country, but this is definitely one of those times where I encourage folks to get together and a la Chateau Le Maux, be able to celebrate family and celebrate tradition. It doesn't have to be all the things that, this is rough or that is rough. So, but yeah, I think that's it. There's so much happening. And then obviously I'll be in Vegas, and you can check out Nick Pagliochini and This Weekend with Nick on social media, because I guarantee I will be bringing you some of the fireworks displays. So what happens there in the Las Vegas Valley is they actually shoot the fireworks off from the top of the hotels along Las Vegas Boulevard. And they also send them up through Henderson and Summerlin, all the areas of the valley there. It's really, really wild. There's so much. So it's kind of that whole immersive thing that we have here in LA. That happens in Vegas. So you can always head up to Vegas and join me up there if you don't want to stick around the LA County area.
I got stuff to do.
I know you do.
Well, you're looking at me. You're talking to me in that instance.
Yeah, but you got stuff to do. You have a beautiful home, and you have an incredible show that will be coming to you from 7 to 10 this Friday, the 4th of July, Chateau Le Maux. Be sure to follow Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, Instagram, all the things.
Now, ask Mark if he's going to show up.
Mark Ronner, are you going to show up on Friday?
I believe somebody has to stay here and do the news.
That wasn't the question that I asked you.
What? No,
I'm
a hostile witness.
Have you even inquired?
Well, there have been other situations here that have led me to believe that we can't spare the personnel.
So no, you even asked. Make them tell you no.
See, yeah. Stefan, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to make it out there because I'll be driving all over the city. So.
Oh, see?
He's not working here.
No, I know. So, yes, if you haven't found that out through all the listening to Stefan, he is also one of the illustrious folks that take good care of us around the Southland by Uber, right? Uber or Lyft?
Both.
Both, okay.
Oh, you do both? I thought it was just Uber.
Well, Uber's like the main one, but I do both.
Okay.
Yeah. But so.
I love it. So that will do that. So I
definitely want to see the Bake Off.
All right, so have your ass there by 6 at the latest.
Yeah,
okay.
Because we have to do it before the live show. I know that.
That's right. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the story? Or do I not get to find out since I'm not coming now? Like, what's the lowdown for Friday?
What do you mean?
For like,
you've been before.
I've been. No, I know that. But I'm like saying, so do we have a celebrity host? Do we have a celebrity judge? Is it just you and your illustrious self, which is fine as well?
I don't know. Look. My wife and I have gotten into fights over this because she wants me to do the contest right before I'm getting ready to do a show.
Right.
And, that's not exactly what I'm trying to do because I'm getting ready to do a show.
I've been there for several years now.
You've seen the friction.
I've seen what happens. And it's wild because that's the only reason. So when you tune in on Friday to Later with Mo Kelly, you'll be able to see what the shenanigans that go down in Mo's home studio as well. So that's always, and
I've remodeled it, so it's a little bit different.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I'm really jealous.
It's a stand-up desk.
Oh, fancy. Okay, you're so ergonomic. How 2025?
I'm just old and I can't sit down all the time. Like I started the show tonight standing up.
Yeah, that I'm used to.
Yeah.
But like anyway, if you're following Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, you see exactly. In fact, somebody was like, somebody stand up so we can see your shirt. Cause I'm like, these are not conducive to
they're not
being able to show it off. But we still love you tuning in to Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube here on KFI for Later with Mo Kelly. And be sure to check out Mr. Mo Kelly on socials.
You want to just hang around for a little bit more?
I would love to.
Since I'm not going to see you on Friday,
yes.
You owe me more of your time.
I do owe you more of my time. You are absolutely correct. So I would be more than happy to.
KFI AM 640 is live everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, I don't know, Facebook. I don't know where we're live tonight. We're just live everywhere. And we're live on the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And I seriously would love to have the whole crew together on Friday. I know it's difficult. I know it's almost impossible. I know Nick is going to Las Vegas. I know that Mark is going to keep giving us excuses. This year, next year, the year after that, he just doesn't like being around people. I get that.
Listen, Mo, the news doesn't anchor itself, okay?
And that false sense of importance is not going to make any difference. Okay?
Exactly.
You know, look, you could be given 10 days off by your boss and you still wouldn't come.
That's not true at all. I would like to be there, but we have important work to do here.
See, that's what they call false hustle. You give the appearance of caring and trying, but in reality, you're not.
No, actually, after Nick described you and your wife arguing, I'm curious to see that.
That was the draw.
Yeah.
Mark.
You got to come over every night. If you just want to see an argument, shoot, I get home by 11 o'clock. I walk in the house and there are like 35 people there. You'll see the argument, okay?
Yeah, you're getting warmer. This is working.
You don't want to see that much real life.
I love it.
Yeah. It can be a stressful time. There's a lot going on that day.
Well,
a lot.
Open up, please. Let's hear more.
Okay. Well, you have a lot of people getting to the house, and it's not one of those places where it's easy to just drive in. There's limited
Correct.
parking. Oftentimes, I'm the one who's running out, trying to guide people in. No, you can't park here. You can park out on the street
Right.
or whatever. All right. When you get to my place and you hit the gate code, it goes to my wife's phone. And this is a true story.
Mm-hmm.
There are times, for whatever reason, and we're having a party, and she knows that anyone who's hitting the gate code is going to her phone. She either hasn't charged her phone or she's not carrying her
Right.
phone. And
Or
I'll
paying
ask-
attention to it if she is.
Yeah,
'Cause
and that's
that's
like,
one of the
where's your phone?
yeah.
Oh, it's upstairs. What are you?
Yeah.
What are you? And then it goes from there.
So you're saying that's the tiniest bit irritating?
No, it's more than a tiny bit.
Okay.
Then as we get closer to the actual show, and I remind her, this is all very true. I'm taking you behind the curtain. I remind her that it's still a work day for me.
Right.
I'm having fun, but it's still under the auspices of doing work. She would have me be like the judge, or I should say the MC for the dessert competition. And as I told you and I told Stefan, it's usually starting around 6 o'clock. In what world am I not preparing for my show, even if it's a fun holiday
that's
show at
absolutely correct.
6 p.m.?
No, that's absolutely.
So my mind is not really on the dessert competition, but because we have a house full of people, she wants to put me out there as dog and pony. And I perform for the
Mo
dessert
puts on an
competition.
incredible show.
Hey, you know what I'm doing, okay?
I understand 100% because I've been there enough years now.
The trade-off is after the dessert competition is over, leave me alone so I can do my show. And I do ask everyone who's in the house to come up to the studio. So when we begin the show, everyone can hear how many people are there. Stefan, you've done the board. You know the sound of the ambient noise behind me makes for a better sounding show.
I love it because when you went Instagram Live that one, I think it was last year.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people you fit in that room.
Yes.
It is very intimate, I will say.
But that's the part
Right.
of where I would ask my wife, okay, look, I'm getting ready to do my show. Can you bring everyone up at 6:55?
Yeah.
It's 6:59. The news break is on. Mark Ronner's doing his thing, and I got to come down. It's like, hello.
Right. What's even funnier, though, is because most studios on the second floor at their home, and it's almost like a green room outside because there's a couch on
Yes.
the landing. Unless
It's
you're
like a loftish.
Yeah, it's a
type
loft.
area.
But I was going to say, so there's like staging. And so it's obviously like, all right, who's going next? Where's your mom? Where's your sister?
Oh, from segment to segment.
But
yes.
no, but
Yeah.
but I was saying like all this, and then also it kind of becomes a free for all as the night goes on, and especially when the fireworks start going, and they go. We don't.
And you'll
need the
hear them in the
shows.
background.
You will hear them in
them.
the background. Oh,
And
absolutely.
invariably, what you don't see, and I'm telling you this, so you'll listen for it. People will start drinking earlier in the day,
Mm-hmm. Or other things.
or other things,
Other
because it
things.
is California.
Yeah, indeed.
And for whatever reason, they may have a legitimate reason to be interviewed.
which is true.
Some happen
that
to be
has happened.
employees.
Yes.
Some happen to be family members.
Oh, I've heard some stories.
Okay. All right.
I like that.
Part.
So you have to
it's-
listen very closely when I bring people on because I can't do any of that stuff until after the show. I'm very, very particular about that. That's not something I even play with. But not everyone else agrees with that.
Nothing pleases me more than stories about fellow employees who just get blotto and they're either at a company-related party or somehow they wind up on the air while barely able to.
And maybe it's not, since it's not their show, they may not feel the same need. And I get that. I get that.
It's their time to let loose.
Yes.
But at the same time, the other great part or the element to that is when they don't know that you're about to pick them and they're about,
7, 8 drinks in.
in.
I mean, and I might be on the low side because they might have been drinking since maybe 3, 4 o'clock.
Right.
And at that point, it may be 8:30.
And you're like, oh, so-and-so, why don't you come on?
Well, I don't know about that.
First of all, you have to pay attention to exactly how Stefan's voice went up. So that gives you a key, kind of an inside scoop on
I'm not going to call any names.
I could name names. I know we
I know
could.
you could.
No, we could totally. But I was like,
No, because he's told me on a break, hey, I'm bringing so-and-so on. Stay close to the dump button, please. He's told me that too. So
Yes.
be aware.
Yes, it's like, Steph, don't walk away. Don't walk away just because, no, I don't care. Don't trust this person.
yeah.
So, and it's fun. Sometimes it's funny, but going back to why my wife and I may disagree in the moment is because I'm approaching it,
Right.
even though it may be a house party for her, it's still a work day for me.
Correct.
And I have to make sure that I take care of everything I need to take care of. And she doesn't have any show related responsibilities, my wife. So that's not her concern. She's entertaining.
Right.
She's doing her own drinking thing. And so
She's having the best time of her life
Yeah.
because she is so much fun to hang out with, especially at this event.
and I can't
Just
do
in
anything.
general, but just, yes.
I can't do anything
No,
until
of course.
10 o'clock. And then
No.
at 10 o'clock, I can get my drink on. I'm not driving anywhere. It's all good.
And
So
we
it's
do have a
almost
good
like
time.
you're saying that your show doesn't do itself either. What was the word for that again?
I don't know what you mean.
What?
What?
No one knows what you're talking about,
Some
Mark.
inflated sense of something or other?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
He's trying to turn it
Last
back
time
on
I
you.
checked, it says later with Mo Kelly, not anything about Mark Ronner. So
No. You had some issue with me saying the news doesn't anchor itself, but when it comes to your show,
I'll tell you, since you want to make a serious point, I will make a serious response.
yes?
The difference is I am available to do my show and I can do it from home. I could have just taken a day off. I took it upon myself to turn it into a work related event to appease all involved. You are not even going to management and even asking.
Well, I don't want to put a problem in their lap. I like to be a low maintenance employee.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
As everyone knows.
Your low
Yeah,
maintenance
exactly.
is not ever used in conjunction with
what?
you, Mark.
What?
Now, why don't you tell a story about you and the long suffering one?
Oh, we're out of time.
KFI AM 640.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Let me get serious as I turn the corner. And I wanted to talk about the Diddy trial before the verdict. It's very important. Something I hear, something I see, something I read in response to all this coverage surrounding the Diddy trial is, why should I care? That's what I hear from you. You tell me, why should I care? It's just another celebrity. Why should I care what happens to a rap mogul? And it's a fair question, honestly. I can't tell you why you should care, but I can tell you why it's important for me to care. And hopefully you'll find something along the way to agree with, because trials like this one, or Harvey Weinstein, or Bill Cosby, or R. Kelly, whoever, these trials, I think, are markers. They're markers for how much or how little we value women. They are markers as to whether we've grown or regressed as a society in taking the claims of sexual assault seriously. That doesn't mean believe all women. That doesn't mean that because someone is accused, they are guilty. But it does mean it's a check-in to see if we are at least getting better at taking claims seriously and not dismissing them out of hand. because that was the general rule. Don't believe women. Women didn't come forward because oftentimes they were dismissed out of hand, or one's celebrity and money were too much to overcome in a media or legal sense, even if the truth was on the woman's side. I care about the Diddy trial because I want to know whether the Me Too movement was just a moment in time, like a fad, or did we actually move forward anywhere, in any way, to any degree? Yes, there was Me Too, then the pendulum swung back in the other direction. But where did the pendulum settle? Because if you use that analogy and you know anything about a pendulum, it eventually comes to rest right in the middle. It doesn't necessarily lead to growth, progress, or regression. I care about the Diddy trial because I care to measure whether we've grown as a society relative to protecting women. And if you know me, I've told you on this show, I've said, do not mistreat women, do not mistreat children. And if you do either, I have a problem with you. I hope we won't have to keep hearing about the powerful abusing women with impunity without consequence. I hope we won't have to keep hearing about powerful men paying off hotels for their hotel security video of those same powerful men beating women into submission. Maybe, just maybe, this trial will signify a shift away from that. That's why I care about this trial. And I get it. The reflex action is to just disbelieve women and to look away from the disaster. They're all gold diggers. They should have come forward years ago. I've heard it all before. But I care about the Diddy trial because Cassie could have been a relative of mine, a friend of mine. Diddy and I started in the music business at the exact same time. We both started in college in Washington, D.C. at the exact same time. We are the exact same age, born the same month. And the best way to help prevent something like Diddy in the future is to address it head on in the here and now. I don't know what the verdicts will be. If found guilty, I don't know what Diddy's sentence will be. I do know that Diddy won't be the last to have to answer for his alleged sexual abuse of women. We don't need Diddy to be found guilty for the rest of us to get something out of this as a society. We can better learn the signs. We can better be aware of someone in our circle suffering something similar. We can be more willing to take the claims of women seriously and not disbelieve them simply because the accused is wealthy and the accuser is not. Because what you don't know, someone close to you, could be your wife, your sister, mother, aunt, daughter, cousin, perish the thought, probably has a story of sexual abuse or sexual assault that she or they have never shared with you. Maybe because of the shame, the shock, or the disbelief that she knows is coming from you. You won't believe her at all. And so she never came forward. I have followed the trial because I want to help it make it better for them. I better understand them. I can better help them. And I can't tell you why you should care about this Diddy trial. But I can tell you, someone you care about in your family cares deeply about the trial because they have their own stories that they've been too afraid to share, but are watching to see how you respond in this moment. So don't let them down. For KFI AM 640, I'm Mo Kelly.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.